Hello, 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 hello. Are we good? Just give me a minute to make sure that everything is up and functioning. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if it says I'm streaming, but I'm not seeing anything yet on my screen, so I know there's always a delay. Let me hop over to YouTube and see what is happening. So we're here. View channel. Coming in here. Yes, okay, I have myself on the screen. Welcome to everyone who will be joining us. I am muted, so there's not going to be any kickback. I hope everything is functioning. We've got camera, lights, action. We are live. Welcome to today's very Sweary Oracle read. Woohoo! Hello, Yvonne. Yvonne's in the house. Oh, let's turn this down. I got volume happening here. So, and I'm sure some others will be joining us shortly, which is great. I'm going to bounce around here on my little bouncy chair. And before I begin today's read, the reason why I called it the very Sweary Oracle read today is because I picked all my rude decks. Because it's just that kind of a day. We've got Inner Fucking Peace Oracle. We've got my little bag of Sweary Affirmations Oracle. We've got the Bitchslaps from the Universe Oracle deck. And we also have my little box of motivational shit. As well as a few other decks that I threw in there. Because I always try to start with 8 decks. And we'll see where we go from there. But I have 4 of my rude decks. Because the energy feels a little bit rude. Why not? Some announcements. First, You Talk. Woohoo! Our first ever You Talk went down this last Friday. I had the privilege of speaking with Nicole DeHauer. Her YouTube channel, if you want to follow her as well, is The Pisces Poet. And I thoroughly enjoyed my chat with her. And it's always great to hear other perspectives of other spiritual warriors going through similar things. Because then we don't feel so isolated, alone, and crazy. So next Friday, coming up this Friday, I don't know how you want to say that, this Friday coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am talking with Shell, and her YouTube is Akasha Love. So if you want to follow Shell over at her YouTube, Akasha Love, she's going to be coming and chatting to me all the way from Bali. How awesome is that? And then third part to the You Talk announcements is if you want to talk with me and come on and book and one of the Friday nights coming up so that we can discuss your awakening, please get in touch with me. I'm really enjoying this as a new direction to take the You movement, and I would love to hear all kinds of other people's perspectives because it helps us all, because not everybody's awakening is going to be exactly like mine. So the way to do that is to get in touch with me via email, justbeing@gmail.com. That is just be, the letter B, being@gmail.com. If you do not hear from me, find another way to drop a comment or leave me something, because sometimes those messages go into outer space. So I always respond. So if you haven't heard from me, then there is a glitch in the matrix. Number 2, I want to say if the theme of Ask Be Anything is still up and running, if you guys need specific questions answered for any specific issues, whether that be on the body, the emotional, the mental, or the physical realms, and you want to ask me a question, hey, you know, I'm going through this on the physical, and what did you do? Did you have this symptom on your awakening? And I can probably guarantee that I did, because I've had almost every physical symptom under the sun A very difficult and challenging awakening process. Same with the emotional stuff, same with the trauma, the inner child wounds, whatever. If you have a question that you want to ask, you can drop it in any comment or get in touch with me one way or another. Hop into the Spiritual Warrior support group or shoot me off a DM on my Facebook. That's Be Freedom over on Facebook. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I can produce some video content that's going to help assist you on your awakening path. Number 3, I'm just doing a shout out to say that if you want to donate to my channel, the way to do that is I have PayPal links. I have one link there for you can put in any amount you want. I greatly appreciate all donations towards the channel. I even have another link there that's like, buy me a cup of tea, you know, just something the cost of a tea. Every little bit helps. I'm very grateful for all contributions, as well as if you fancy buying me an oracle deck, my Amazon wish list is listed in the descriptions of my videos below. So that is all my announcements today, and we're going to hop on in to inner fucking peace, because, well, I'd like some of that. And I don't know how you guys are feeling energetically. I have definitely hit a breakthrough. Last week was brutal week. I was really pushed into the darkest of darks. You know, the last couple weeks, last couple months, let's just call it what it is. It's been the last couple months. It's been very, very challenging energy. I recently discovered that before a solar eclipse, there's what they call 90 days of shadow period leading up. So there's a lot that's been happening, and definitely we have our eclipse season starting, and the energy over the last 3 months has been difficult. But I something broke, and I had a fabulous day today. You know, it was like, oh, wow. To feel alive again after going through a process of this stuff is very difficult. Our first card up today, we have a beautiful rainbow energy coming in, and busy transcending bullshit. And that is exactly what you have been doing on this awakening path. It's been one thing after another as all the traumas, the wounds, the inner child stuff, all the old aches and pains and everything that we've held in, repressed, depressed, and pushed inside of us is now coming up for release. You know, the storm brings in that rainbow energy afterwards of everything gets illuminated and lighter and brighter, and thank God when you come up for air again. It says in the back of this card, pick one thing beyond your control and let it go. Just like that. So control has been a major issue that's been playing out in my awakening. It could very well be the same for you, of trying to control your exterior world and saying, you know, well, if I do this, then this and this and this and this and all the puzzle pieces. And what Spirit has been showing me time and time again is I have to let go. It's not in my control. I didn't cause it. I cannot cure it. I cannot control it. And so you have to let go and sometimes let other people learn their own karmic lessons. And it's very difficult to do that. It's very difficult to go through your own karmic lessons. So if you have control issues at play, that is one thing that we are definitely letting go of. And then we have up a second card that popped out, which is drop and give me Zen. Pay the piper and move on. Pay the piper. This reminds me of something I'm going to call karma tax. And I don't know, I've talked about karma tax with you guys because, you know, as we're transcending things. Sometimes in my experience, I don't know if you played the game Monopoly where you have to pay to get out of jail. Spiritually, there's a karma tax, and karma tax is sometimes you've lent a book to a friend, that friendship dissolves and you lose the book, and therefore you've paid the tax, you've paid the fee to get out of that relationship, and you've lost your book in the process. Sometimes it's as small as a book, sometimes it's as large as $1,000 or more. I've lost that. And so you pay the piper. You have to pay what you pay to get out of that karmic situation. So, you know, if in a marital situation or a spousal situation, that can be a pretty hefty karmic tax. In a friendship situation, it can also be, you know, you lose things. You have to pay money. It's your get out of jail money card. And so sometimes just be aware that there is an actual physical fee that is required to pay when you have to break a karmic something. It sucks, but it is what it is. And if you just look at it like this is yet another tax that I need to pay towards my freedom, then you just suck it up. Sorry, drop the card here. This also reminds me of, I was provided with a challenge, okay? So I'm going to send out this challenge to anyone that wants to join me on this challenge, because the word Zen came up. I am going to do 100 days of 10-minute meditation, Zen meditation. 10 minutes. That's it. I do a lot of other meditations, but I'm doing this specific one, which is focusing specifically on breath, on box breathing, which is a 4-breath inhale, 2-breath hold, exhale for 4, 2 hold. Okay, so you can do 4, 2, 4, 2. You can do 4, 4, 4, 4 if you're easier, and that's all you're to do. You're to focus solely on your breath for 10 minutes for 100 days. Now, here's the catch. If you miss a day, you have to start with day 1 again. Okay, so 100 straight days, 10 minutes. That's it. Just 10 minutes to do this Zen meditation. Who's with me on that mission? I'm going to give it a go. And every single day I'm going to do it. Next up, we're going to hop into the Spirit Animal Oracle and see what guidance from the animal kingdom has to say to us. And let me know. We have some comments coming in that I can... Hello, Gary. Welcome. Control is a hard one to let go of. And yes, you feeling these strong energies. Yes, lots of strong energies coming in, but keep pushing through, because listen, if I made it to the breakthrough, then you will make it to the breakthrough too. There is a breakthrough of energy coming for us. That is for sure. Nice break. You have to go through the breakdowns, go through the darkness, go through the bullshit, and eventually you come out. And like, my first day was yesterday, and I was like looking around going, what's happening? I feel okay. You know, it felt weird. It felt weird. Today I'm a little bit like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this while it lasts, you know. So we have Panda coming up here. I'm digging the Panda energy, and isn't that what the U movement is all about, is balancing shadow and light. You know, my nice new that I painted my backdrop. Hope you like it. The panda is the perfect balance between light and shadow aspects of self, and bringing them into harmony. So when we have the warrior power within us to go into the shadowy places and bring the shadowy aspects of self, the stuff that we don't want people to see, that inner bitch, that inner insecurity, that inner wounded place that controls us from the shadow. We don't want to be controlled from the shadow. We want to bring the shadow into light so that we can see why it is that we do the things that we do. So when we are triggered, that is our opportunity to look into the shadow. Triggers are our friends. Triggers, if you're reacting and feeling anger, feeling frustration, feeling insecure, feeling fearful, you have to give yourself the time to sit in that energy and say, okay, what is it in me? When have I felt this energy before? What is happening? I'm going to connect into this energy. I'm going to sit with it. I'm going to be with it. You know, if you think of a panda, they do a lot of sitting around and just kind of like being in the observer. So you're just going to sit there and you're going to chew on it. Just like they chew on that bamboo. You're just going to chew on it and chew on it and chew on it and chew on it and chew on it until you get into the heart of it and say, oh, I know why I'm reacting from this. This is a core wound. This is my abandonment wound coming up. This is my mommy wound coming up. This is my daddy wound coming up. This is my, when I was in grade 6, that kid, kicked me in the knee, and now I have like fear of kickboxing. I don't know what it is. Whatever the trigger is for you, sit in it and chew on it until it becomes all, nicely mushed down and brought into a new level of awareness. You can get the nutrients out of it. Bamboo is very, very hard. And so we need to go into the hard places to get to soften ourselves. We're going to hop into my little Sweary bag of affirmations. And see, it's the smallest little deck in the history of the world. And then we already have 2 cards coming out, so why not? The first card up we have is get your shit together and go for a walk. Are we remembering to do our aligned walking and get our body into perfect posture? And remember that in a spiritual awakening path, your body is how the energy flows. If your body is not in health and wellness, then the rest of you is not going to be in health and wellness either. You can't have balance. You can't have the Zen. You can't have any of the other transcending happening unless your body is allowing the flow of energy. And so getting yourself outside every single day if you can, and I know some days you can't, and that's okay, but the goal is to try to be in an able every day. Every day, do a little bit of exercise, get out and get your alignment focused, because we want to align with spirit. So to align with spirit, align with your body. Get those feet forward, your knees under your hips, your butt not sticking out one way or another, your abdominals sucked in, which is going to pull all of your internal organs back into place, your chest up, your shoulder blades down, your head up and looking forward, and get out walking, get out moving. And then we have next up, my future is golden, sparkly, and an explosion of fucking awesomeness. Yes, I would absolutely like some golden, sparkly explosions of fucking awesomeness. We are all due some of this kind of energy coming in. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm digging these 2 cards. So the more that we get into alignment with soul, and more we get into alignment with our own authenticity, our own truth, we are balanced, we are aligned. What happens is we open ourselves into the blessings that want to come. First, we have to empty ourselves from all of the bullshit so that we can make room for all the good shit. So that's nice energy coming in, and it's about holding on to hope, holding on to faith, that whatever and however long you've been on this arduous journey, it is directing you to something better, something purposeful, something is coming into your life, and you will be rewarded for all of the arduous, hard, difficult, challenging work. You will be rewarded. So you sit and you're like, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. And that's exactly the energy I was in today. I'm like, I'm ready to meet a man perhaps now. Send one my way. I am ready to step into mission and take the U movement to the next level. I am ready to move wherever spirit wants to move me. I am ready. So be in the energy of readiness. It's less of an energy of control. Remember that first card up was we're letting go. It's beyond our control. We're not going out searching for it like our old selves used to do. Like, where is it? Where are you? Where? We're just sitting in like, some curiosity that's saying something's coming and I'm ready. I'm going to take it. I know it's going to be good when it gets here because I've done the work and I'm ready for it. I am deserving. So I like that energy, that feeling of readiness. Are you ready? Are you ready? There's a song that I listen to that's got that. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't remember the name of it, but it's a fun song. I did a little light language to it a while back. Okay, next up we're going into the dark mirror. And there we go, coming out at my feet. We have black flower fragrance. Interesting. Ooh, this is an interesting card. I'm going to show you here. We've got this beautiful lady, card number 16, holding a whole bunch of black flowers at her heart. It's like, it reminds me of, you know, expunging out all of the stuff, because we're getting ready. You look, we're busy transmitting bullshit. So heart chakra clearings is what this is all about to me. Is clearing out all the blockages energetically, clearing out all of the stuff in our hearts, the insecurities, the doubts, the confusions, and it's that purification process. And listen, when we're going through heart chakra expansions and heart chakra clearings and all of these things, it does often come with discomfort. You can experience physical pains, aches and pains, you know, and doing, you know, some thumping, somatic movement, somatic clearing, heart chakra focused yin yoga, again, going out for a walk and getting fresh breath. Expanding, doing that Zen meditation, all of these things are going to help clear the heart chakra, because the heart chakra needs to be cleared. And when the heart chakra is cleared, there's a higher heart chakra that then becomes stimulated. And this chakra here is your thymus chakra. And this one here is what opens to bring us into an energy of capacity for unconditional love. And that means that I can love at a level and an understanding that is far greater than any other egoic concepts of love the way it used to be. Love used to come with all of these strings and conditions and expectations. And now it's like, listen, I can love you. That means I just love you. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to show up. You go do you. You take your time. You know, it's that if you love something, you set it free. You're free. Go be free. Go be free. This here is not working, so go be free. I want you to be free. I want you to be happy, because if you go and be happy, then I can be happy. You know, it's letting things out and release. So I love this. I love this card. There's a good bit of thorns. You can see some thorns. So it's not necessarily going to be an easy process, and be careful, because the thorns might hurt a little bit. There might be some grief involved. There might be, because we're going to unconditionally love self as well, right? We have to start with self. If you don't know how to love yourself, then you cannot love others to the same extent. So showing ourselves a little bit of love and compassion as we're letting go of the stuff that no longer works for us. We're going to hop into the Bitchslaps of the Universe Oracle and see. And so Yvonne is sharing, yes, she's been having a lot of heart chakra stuff, and ouch. Ouch. Yes. Hey, listen, some mornings I have heating pads on my chest. Some mornings I go cold instead. Listen to your body and see what it wants to say, because some of these clearings can be very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. I don't think people really are prepared for what's coming for a lot of people that haven't been on this journey. So, you know, those that are currently on it and going through it, you are guiding the light for others. Okay, don't know what's coming in here. Aha! Well, this ties in exactly to their black flower fragrance card here. Fragrance, reminding me breathing, heart chakra, get into the heart, as much breathing as possible. So that comes back to the Zen challenge. Do the 100-day Zen challenge with me. Love is actually the only fucking answer. Love yourself. Love each other. Love the stars, love the moon, love the sun and the wind and the earth and the water. You will never run out of this source of energy. It's fucking limitless. And I love this card because, yes, I have felt that was one of my breakthroughs just recently, is really feeling an energy of release, of no longer needing to hold on to things by my definition of what they used to, what I wanted them to look like, you know, because I want people to be happy. And if they're not happy with me, then be happy with wherever you are. And that is the most loving energy. That is the most kind thing that we can do, is completely let somebody go so that they can be happy. If they're not happy in your company, then let them go be happy. That, and with blessings. So I'm sending out blessings to all of the people that have chosen to walk out of my life, or I have erected boundaries in my life and said, listen, it didn't work. That's fine. It's good. I'm at peace with it. I love you, and I want you to be happy. Go find a way to be healthy, happy, and heart-centered, and live your best possible life, because that's the best thing for the planet. The best thing for the planet is for everybody else to be living in an energy of love. So I'm going to send out love to all of you, to every single last one of you, whether I had, was sad because I wished that you could have been in my life and you weren't, or those that hurt me and didn't know how to show up in a loving energy because they themselves were in trauma, and because everything is born of trauma. So, yeah, listen, I'm going to love you from afar. I'm going to just, peace out to everyone, and sending love out to everyone, and holding myself in a space of limitless love. Hold yourself in that space so that you are protected and cared for, and just feeling the highest possible energies so that you bring those back into yourself. If you release, you will get back new with an energy that can be matched in a loving, kind, caring way. And that's what I want. I want everybody to be happy. Whether they're talk to me or don't talk to me, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Next, let's gonna hop into. I've taken a kid's deck and turned it into an oracle deck because it's fun, and I am obsessed with Harry Potter, and as well as J.K. Rowling, I might say. I know she gets a little bit of a bad rap out there. I don't really follow gossipy stuff, but I admire her because she was like me, and like a lot of people who was in her later years. She was in her late 40s, depressed, down on her luck. Her mother died. She was going through it. She wrote the manuscript for Harry Potter on napkins in coffee shops, and look at her now. So when we are talking about that, come back here for a second. My future is golden, sparkly explosion of fucking awesomeness. I bet you when she was sitting in a cafe writing her manuscript on napkins, she was holding on to the hope and the faith that golden, sparkly explosion of fucking awesomeness was going to come her way, and didn't it just? Didn't it just? Harry Potter is ginormous. So if you're trying to build something and you have a dream and you have a vision and you haven't yet manifested it to your nth degree, remembering manifesting big things takes time. So she had to go really dark down into the depths to ground all of her dreams, her visions, her hopes, her aspirations before she could create an empire. And an empire she created. So I have the Harry Potter spell deck, and we're going to pull next from that. And it also reminds me of bamboo again. We were talking about bamboo with the panda card, as bamboo is very hard. Bamboo is also, it takes a very, very long time to root. A very long time to root. And then once it's done rooting, once it takes all that time to root and go into the dark and get stable and go through all this process, which is what we're doing on this spiritual awakening path, as we're going deep into the dark, then it just shoots up. So we need to be prepared and well rooted for us to shoot up. If we shoot up too quickly, we're going to collapse over. So we need to be well grounded so that we can maintain that golden sparkly explosion of fucking awesomeness. Otherwise, how are we going to hold up all the big fruit? I did an oracle reading the other day, or I believe, who was I talking to? Where, do you want to be strawberries or do you want to be pumpkins? Right? Strawberries grow really quickly, but the wind can take that plant and kill it pretty quick. And you just get small fruits, or do you want the big fruit? Right? We're growing the big fruit. A pumpkin plant takes a lot longer to bring to fruition, but then look at the size of the fruit once you get it, right? Yes. So our spell that we have from the Harry Potter deck is Incarcerus. Pronounced Incarcerus. It's a jinx, and it wraps a target tightly in ropes. It was shown in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, and it says, while traveling through the Forbidden Forest, Professor Dolores Umbridge unleashes the spell upon a group of centaurs, binding one of the creatures in a tangle of ropes. Interesting. So, in what way is something tangling you in a bunch of ropes? Okay, yes. So oftentimes spirit tangles us into a situation where we feel like, how are we possibly going to get out of this? We're like wrapped up, and what are we going to do? You're going to do it one rope at a time, one small move at a time. It's like, I don't know if you have ever had a necklace that gets all tangled, or Christmas lights that gets all tangled, and you're like, you go to take them out at the end of the beginning of the season, and you're like, okay, how am I going to like untangle this? Well, if you just start ripping at it like crazy, you just make the knots worse. So sometimes what you need to do is be as still and as gentle as possible, and allow the natural flow of things to happen, and unwind through divine help. Ask the divine, can you please assist me in untangling me from this clusterfuck? So if you're finding yourself in a particular situation in your life right now, I have that going on in my legal situation, but it's like the other day, just a small little one rope came free. There's still a ball of knots, but one little bit came free, and you're like, oh my God, I can do this maybe, right? So we're going to unknot any situations that we're embroiled in one small bit at a time. Understanding that we cannot rush it. If we rush it, if we force it, if we pull at it, it's going to make it worse. So you cannot do any of those things. Instead, you need to sit in stillness, sit in calm, and just one little bit at a time. What can I do today? What can I do in this hour? I'm not going to worry and turn my mind into a clusterfuck of knots because that's the old way of thinking, an old way of doing. No, I'm going to sit. What can I do today? What is the one thing that I can do today to help me out of this situation? And then you're going to act upon the guidance that you receive when you ask yourself that question. What's the one thing I can do today? And do that one thing and one thing only. So here's that card up there. You can see a little image from that scene with the centaur. And centaurs are incredibly magical creatures that bring in a sense of protection. I'm Sagittarius, so my little astroglyph guy is a centaur. I like the centaurs. So now we're going to hop into the little box of motivational shit, because we all need a kick in the ass sometime, is what the box says. And this is another crazy deck. This was the biggest ripoff out of all my oracle decks I've ever spend money on. But I saw it and it looked really cute on the outside. Look, see, not everything is as it appears. You see something and you're like, wow, that's amazing. I want it. It's so beautiful. It's awesome. And then you order it and you get it and it's just somebody's made something on their computer and then laminated it. And that's okay, because there's a lesson in that too. You can't always judge a book by its cover, or more to the point, it reminds me of the apple in Snow White, you know? Things that look perfect or look awesome could not always be the best thing for you. Don't want to have that. And we have, you are strong as fuck. Is the card that came out of this for us today. We've got lots of yellow and orange energy coming up. So we're getting that push and that release out of the sacral into the solar plexus, which is empowering us. And somebody recently said to me, you know, and this is good advice, don't ask to be strong. Don't pray. If you're praying, please make me strong, you're going to just keep getting things that are going to make you strong. Instead, ask to be courageous so that whatever strength you do have, you have the courage to push yourself through whatever you need to do. You know, I'm in this difficult, knotted situation and it's awkward and it's uncomfortable and I don't know what to do, and help me get through it, because you can get through it. This is what the message is. You absolutely can get through it. You signed up for this mission. Somebody recently was talking to me about, you know, the twin flame journey, and I was explaining to them that, you know, I think for a lot of us that are on this wave right now, actually whether you resonate with twin flame or not is really irrelevant. If you're on the current awakening wave that we are on, and you're resonating with me, I really think that my people are like the SEAL team, or like the spiritual SEAL team, the like Cosmos elite warriors that came down to have a particularly hard time of it, like a really rough go, and deeply embedded in, you know, undercover work, collecting information and living in terrible family situations and dealing with one shitty situation after another, because that was all training us to this moment when we would wake up and realize that, you know, we're the elite soldiers. We're here to do some serious light worker work, because listen, my awakening was not easy, and I know a lot of you out there are like, what is in holy hell is going on? This awakening just is like harder than hard. Well, that's because if it's harder than hard, it's because you're strong as fuck, and you are a SEAL team. Okay, you're the Starseed SEAL team. So how's that okay, talking about twin flames, I'm going to hop into the twin flame. Oh, that's funny. My hematite. I have two hematites, and they're magnetized, and now they're jumping onto this box. So yeah, when things are meant to be together, that's what they'll come together. And when things are not, they won't. They will be pushed and repelled apart. And so let's hop on in here. So I accepted that, you know, you can't force two things to come together that magnetically are in polar opposite energies. You just can't. You just got to let it go where it's going to go. Tack this a little bit all scroogey. Twisting. Oh, okay. Flying out. Heal abandonment. Card number 7, 7. It's time to forgive. Okay. That's a good energy. I've talked before about forgiveness, and I've done some recent videos on it because forgiveness is something that I like this. It takes time to get here. We can't force ourselves into forgiveness. You have to go through all the other emotions and process all the way through them. You need to cry the tears. You need to feel the anger. You need to express whatever emotion that you're expressing and allow that energy to flow up that vibrational frequency to finally bring yourself into that place of heart. And we're going back to like love is the only answer, and letting things go and say it's okay. Listen, the things that happened to me were shitty. I didn't deserve them, but I don't want to hold on to bitterness and resentment for the rest of my life. And I want to forgive myself for doing the best I could with the information that I had at the time. With what I knew then, I was making the best choices for me. But I know different things now, so I'm not going to beat myself up for the choices I made then. I didn't know what I know now then. I only knew what I knew then. So you can only make math based on the calculations and the numbers that you're provided. If you aren't given the numbers, you cannot come up with a different calculation. So I'm going to forgive myself for that. I'm going to let go and release any shame, any blame, any frustration that I have with myself and say, I accept that this experience was a learning experience for me. Perhaps it was also a karmic lesson for me. Perhaps in a past life, I played the opposite energy. And I'm also going to forgive, and that doesn't necessarily mean calling anybody up and saying, hey, listen, you know that thing you did to me when you hurt me really badly and you abused me? I'm forgiving you. No, it doesn't mean breaking no contact if you're in no contact, but energetically, it's like stepping up a level and going from seeing it solely from a 3D point of view and moving yourself up into a 5D point of view and saying, listen, on some level, my soul needed to experience this so that I could transcend it. You know, we're busy transcending shit, so I could learn certain life lessons and balance my own energies. Especially if I was in a people pleaser energy, I could learn and bring in some energies that brings me back into balance, which is actually pulling in some narcissistic energy. So you have to have some sense of self, a healthy sense of self, to bring yourself into balance if you've been in an overly empathic giving energy for far too long. Into that heart-centered place. And so thank you. This experience has taught me boundaries. This experience has taught me my value. This experience has taught me my worth and my need to protect myself. This experience has taught me a lot in regards to self-awareness. This experience has taught me a lot in regards to what I deserve and how I deserve to be treated and what I will accept and what I won't accept. And these are my energies. I've looked within and I've said, okay, I'm going to take, and I like this because it's like a kind of a mirrory image. I'm going to look within and see what I am and who I am. And in so doing, I can see, what you are and what you did and see that these things, unlike these magnets, this hematite that is magnetized here, we don't go together. There's the opposite energy. That's a repelling energy. And so I'm going to clear out any toxicity in my heart space that drew this energy to me so that I could learn these lessons. So if we look at my personal experience, listen, within me, there was codependency. If there wasn't codependency, I wouldn't have stayed in a toxic situation trying to heal somebody that didn't want to be healed. It's not my job to heal it. I didn't cause it. I cannot cure it, and I cannot control it. Okay, so what I do is I let go of what's in me and forgive all of that I had, and let go of what's in me and clear out what's in me, so I never pull that energy back in. So I've learned that lesson, and so then I can forgive, and and if that has to do with, especially with me, with abandonment wounds of like, please don't leave me, please, please, please don't leave me, please. We hold on. If all this dark energy is in the heart space and there's an abandonment wounds that are going on and at play, we hold on to toxicity because we are so bloody afraid to be alone. And so we need to let that go, because otherwise what happens is we get into this clusterfuck of a situation, and we get tied into situations that karmically will be very, very painful life lessons. But we are strong enough to escape through them through the power of love, and utilizing love, reparenting that inner child, so those abandonment wounds that are there are that child knows that you aren't going anywhere. You will be there forever. You will protect them. Meet your inner child. I have pictures of me all over my room, and I will take care of you. It's okay. You are not alone anymore. Nobody is going to hurt you like that. Nobody is going to spank you. Nobody is going to abandon you. Nobody is going to demean you, diminish you, disrespect you, because I'm going to step up now. I'm going to step up, and I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you so that I'm never, ever going to let anybody come in and do those things to you again. And I'm going to make sure that you know inside you, especially with these abandonment wounds, and I'll show you this card here, that you know that there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. If you were wronged, you can forgive that. Oh, I'm frozen now. I hope I unfreeze. Dear, dear. I'm not sure why I'm frozen. Darn. Okay, guys, I'm going to reboot because I don't know what happened. Oh, you can still hear me. Okay, I have no idea why my picture is frozen. I apologize for the frozen picture. I'm in a funny position. It doesn't really give me a chance to like refresh anything. I seriously, the universe needs to send me a technical person, is what I keep asking every week, and I keep not getting. Okay, maybe if I turn off the camera and turn it back on again. I don't know how to do that. The universe is trying to challenge me today. There we go. No. Okay. Hopefully that, I switched cameras. There we go. So hopefully that will help us now. And I will see here in a second. Sorry. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm just on a different camera now. I switched to my computer camera. So I apologize for the technical difficulties. There we go. Yes, I've got something happening now. So that's where we were. We were in a state of healing, forgiveness, and being kind and caring. I like this card. So if we can see here, I'm going to change this for a second. If we can see in here, it's like all these little droplets of water are coming in and seeing reflections. And so as we get triggered through life situations, we are reflected back our other aspects of self, all of our faces. And so we can identify any wounds that are coming forth. So there we go. Now I'm going to change screens again so that I can see... I'm glad I looked lovely frozen. Well, that's a good thing. Sometimes you just gotta laugh with it. I can't, like, the old me would have gotten so, like, worked up and I would have gotten so panicked about stuff like this. But after, like, 3 years of this type of energy clearing out, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I don't care, dudes. I'm gonna hop into the Island Time Wellness deck, and now's a good time if anybody wants a card pulled for them. Hop on, let me know if you want a particular deck. I can pull from a deck because you guys know my decks now. I'm feeling very island time. I'm hoping that I get to go somewhere oceany with salty hair. In the not so distant future. That's my goal. Get sunshine and see in the not so distant future. Let's manifest some of that in. Woohoo! Okay, so we're going into the Island Time Wellness deck, and there we go. We have a good few cards that have come out, and I'm going to just take them all. Why not? We have the Dragonfly, Wedding Rings, Passion, and Mirror all coming up. The Dragonfly is be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light. Yes. Adapt, change, and heal. So here we go. This is the correct energy that's coming in. Let's see. For Dragonfly, wedding rings, we have union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. And I love this wedding rings card because you can see this kind of ribbon that's here. And the Chinese believe that you're connected to your person, your divine counterpart, or however you want to look at it. You know, the person, your soulmate. Your good soulmate energy. This did say soul connection, right? Yeah, soul connection. By a red ribbon. And if you've ever noticed, I have a tattoo from my pinky finger here that goes all the way up my arm here and then comes into my chest to my phoenix. And this represents that because it's the path home to self-love. This also goes through two kind of dirty pennies, which represent each of my marriages. So to bring to my love, to my greatest love of my life, I was activated on a twin flame catalyst situation, and that brought my love home to me, where I was reborn. So I'm loving this because, you know, the ultimate union is the union with yourself. And loving yourself and learning how to do that. So I love that energy. It does, you know, open up possibility as well, this card of saying, you know, divine partnership might be coming in. And I've been doing some jokey posts today about that, saying applications now being accepted for those that want to apply for the role of partnership with me. Because why not have fun with it, right? Because, yes, I would like a little bit of passion. For sure. I think a lot of us who have been on this healing, awakening path have been in a state of celibacy, hermiting, isolationship is a new way. I've heard it for a long period of time. And as things are starting to clear, it's like, okay, I'm ready for the next phase. What's next? You know, I've been in this other stuff for a long period of time. What's next? And passion, we have chemistry. Like each other equally. I like that because reciprocal energy. I no longer accept anything less than reciprocal energy. Gone are those days, because we've healed this here in this heart space. So we're no longer tolerating stuff we shouldn't have been tolerating in the first place. We're no longer settling for breadcrumbs. We're no longer accepting lies. We're no longer accepting all these things that our abandonment wounds meant we would tolerate. Because, you know, something is better than nothing. And now we're like, nope. Something is not better than nothing. I want everything or nothing. Because I'm fine with nothing. I'm absolutely fine with nothing. I can have fun in my own company, in my own energy. And I like this. It's like a little fiery heart coming through. And then we also have mirror that came up. So mirroring each other, self-image, relationship, reflect our wounds, and introspection. So I've talked a good bit today about triggers, and triggers can come from any person, anywhere. You know, at the store, they can trigger you. Your family members will trigger you most of all. You want to practice Zen meditation, go and spend some time with your family. That's your biggest trigger at all. That's when we can use our 100 days of Zen meditation to see if we've passed the test. If you can go home and sit in a living room with your family for a weekend, those will trigger most everything that's coming out. If not family, romantic relationships certainly will trigger, as well as your closest friends. Or road rage. You know, if you're getting triggered by road rage, that's a time to sit and really sit in the rage. What is it in this moment? Oh, I'm not in control of how fast I'm going. Is it a control issue? You know, coming up. So that's today's read. Overall, I'm liking it. We're transcending bullshit. We're coming back into balance. We're remembering that we need to do certain things to get us through this healing path. We need to get out and go for a walk to get into alignment, because we're clearing out all this gunky stuff and all this binds that keeps us trapped in this, that, and the other. Because what's coming for us once we do all that work is golden sparkly explosions of fucking awesomeness, as well as a plethora of love energy that comes in first with us loving our inner child as we heal the abandonment wounds, moving through the situation, understanding that we're strong, and this situation has been created for us on a soul level for something greater than our 3D perspective, so we can then cultivate a greater sense of forgiveness on a soul level of saying, you know, listen, these are shitty situations that happened to me, but there's a silver lining is I learned all these really incredible lessons, so thank you. I forgive you. Thank you. The Ho'oponopono prayer, which I've put out many, many times. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. And then we've got some lovely energies here reminding us again that, you know, more things are coming to light for us, lighten things up, some new prospects of what romance could look like, starting with romance with yourself, loving yourself, getting some passion with reciprocal energy. Reciprocal. If it's not reciprocal, it's a no. And take a look at all situations that come in to mirror you. And I'm going to look at comments. Yes, back to sounds good. Can I have a card? So, a card for Yvonne. Yes, I'm getting pulled into Life Purpose deck for you, sweetheart, again, which is actually the same deck as last time. I don't know. When I think of you, I think of green energy for some reason. Heart chakra energy, earth energy. Raphael energy. healer energy. Archangel Raphael is the master angel for healers, as well as people on a healing path. I don't know if you pray to Raphael, but Raphael is coming through to me right now for Yvonne. And anyone else, because just because this is pulled for Yvonne doesn't mean that it's not, it won't resonate with others as well. So, there we go. Haha! Energy healing. See, I'm talking about Raphael, and like, I couldn't make this up. Seriously, that's like so awesome. We have, here, I'm going to show you this card. I can't really see with because I'm on a delay now, so I don't have, but energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life's purpose. And I love this because you're seeing all of the chakras in alignment. She's got a kind of royal blue energy that she's wearing with white, so she's connected to divine, kind of third eye energy of what are you seeing? You know, you're ascending above something. Here she's sitting on a cloud. She's very zen. She's very relaxed. So I'm really seeing the more healing work that you're doing on you, that is vital information on how you are going to help others on this path. So it's like you need to experience certain discomforts, certain exhaustion, certain experiences, so that when you step into your mission, you're showing other people, or you're able to explain to other people what it is that you did to help transmute this out of this. So you are your own master healer. And to any master healer, or anybody who identifies with the wounded healer archetype, first you need to heal thyself. That's the law of the universe. Heal thyself. And then once you've healed thyself, you can then go out and heal others. So that's a beautiful card coming through there. Yvonne is saying green is her favorite color. Yes, maybe that's why I keep seeing green. Is it like a nice emerald green that is your favorite color, or Kelly green? Those two green colors that I keep seeing is, oh good, I'm glad that resonates with you. Anyone else would like a card? Now is the time. Otherwise, I again look forward to seeing you guys on some of my new projects. You Talk, as I talked about, is next Friday, or any other Friday. If you would like to join me on You Talk and be one of my guests, please reach out to me. Ask me anything. And if you want a video made for specific content, with that said, I'm saying thank you, and thank you to everyone that joined us today, and to anyone that catches this read later on during the week, because I know some people do that. So thank you, and you're welcome to those that joined, and mwah! Sending all of my love to all of you out there, and it's going to get better. It's getting better. I'm leaving you with, your future is a golden, sparkly explosion of fucking awesomeness.